And welcome back to Werner Farms. So, no different than yesterday. Working down here in this woods here by the farm, and we're going to see how much we can get done today. Dad doesn't know if he wants to work all day down here. Alright, gotta text those pictures to Jim later today. Bluetooth is connected. Alright, we are good to go. Let's see how much we can get done today, guys. The amount of fuel that I burned with this skid steer, I go through about a tank of fuel a day, I would say. Maybe a tank and a half, depending on what I'm doing. It's insane the amount of fuel I've gone through in the past 3 weeks. Unbelievable. I would say I've probably gone through at least 300 to 350 gallons of this thing. So, basically what's left here, we're keeping this pile of dirt. We're going to patch some spots in. There's a spot over there kind of by the railroad, just along the edge of the road. And there's a spot over there, just a bucket full in each spot. But over at our house, on that dirt lane that we have, that half-mile lane, we're going to patch in some swales out there and basically just get this all leveled up out here. Dad's going to work back over in there. This shouldn't take us too long. There's a pretty massive oak tree over there, another one over there, another one over there, and a decent sized one there. But it's really 4 big ones. Shouldn't take us too long. I would say Tuesday, if not Wednesday, like what we were figuring last week. spots that needed to be leveled up by the road done, and I am going to go back over there in that corner and start working over there, see what trees I can take down, and basically Dad's just going to work towards me, and we're just going to see if we can get that all cleaned up by noon, and we should get the majority of these trees cleaned up today, I would think. Well, Dad ran out of fuel in the excavator, and he called up Grandpa to have him look in the parts book for the excavator and see what model, what number filter the fuel filter is, and he called over to Dewey's to see if Dewey's in Wanata had a filter on hand, which actually they do, which that's awesome. So Grandpa is on his way over to Wanata right now, over to Dewey's to get a filter, so we can just replace the fuel filter, because we got to bleed that anyway, so might as well. We haven't replaced the fuel filter in a little while, so might as well just replace the filter at the same time. And Dad ran back to the farm to get more fuel to run in the excavator. I ran that tank, that 100-gallon tank, clear full yesterday morning, and I've sucked about roughly 50-60 gallon out of it, so roughly he put about 40, maybe 50 gallon in that excavator. To be honest, offhand, I don't know how much that excavator holds. It's really fuel efficient, to be honest, as far as how much fuel that thing uses. But Dad's running back to the farm to get more fuel. I'm working on leveling this fence row up, and we are just about done. We're not going to get it done today, but we'll get it finished up tomorrow. We'll probably dig a hole here tomorrow and bury some of these massive stumps out here, or whatever's left of them after we burn them, and get this leveled up real nice. And if it stays dry, I wouldn't be surprised if we bring the small disc out here in 4020 and get this disc out and leveled up real nice, and maybe work on picking it up. Just depends. I mean, we might be building a new spray tender trailer here fairly soon. I mean, regardless, that project is going to happen here, because if you guys were watching earlier this year, where I showed you guys what our current spray tender trailer looks like, I mean, really, that trailer is not mobile anymore. I mean, it is mobile from the farm to our house, but as far as taking it out on a county road over 2 miles, not going to our house from the farm or vice versa, like out to the field, it won't. We cannot do that, knowing the condition that it's in. So our plan this winter is to definitely build something, whether that be a van. Well, it's going to be a van trailer. Just as far as length and stuff, I wouldn't be surprised it's roughly the same as what our one that we built last winter for fertilizer, which that thing is awesome. I love that setup. I would probably like a 48-foot van or drop frame van. So like a what I mean like by a drop frame would be like a furniture moving trailer, or a furniture moving trailer with the cargo doors on the side. That would be sweet. I actually did find one down in Peru, Indiana, which I think that might be at the rent-a-trailer place, might be the same place where we bought us and a neighbor back in, I think, the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Dad and a neighbor bought 2 North American van trailers down there, and that's actually where that one that we currently have, that spray tender trailer that we have, currently came from, I'm pretty sure. So we were actually going to buy one from them back last winter when we were looking for a van trailer for a fertilizer tender setup, but we ended up finding one over at Ryder's over in Detroit. So we had a neighbor go over there and pick that up for us, because legally we can't drive without a CDL no more than 150 miles radius from the farm. So, and I think that was about 170, and we just didn't want to risk it or do anything, and so we just had couple of neighbors are pretty interested in our tender setups. They don't know if they're in need of an upgrade, kind of similar to us, and they don't know if they want to run a flatbed or if they want to run a van trailer style setup like what we have. We personally like the van trailer setup just because it keeps everything out of the elements. You're not having to replace tanks every so many years due to the sun basically ruining the plastic or the poly of the tanks. So we prefer the van trailer just not only for that aspect, but it also keeps everything enclosed. So say we leave it at like a farm along the edge of the road. Well, I'm not saying like we're going to keep it along the edge of the road, but let's just say, you know, that way nobody's monkeying with it in the evening if we have to leave it somewhere on a farm. It's all closed up. We can keep it locked up. It just makes things a lot more safer as far as safeguarding everything. So that's another reason why we like the van trailer setup. Now it does have its downsides as far as tank capacity limits as far as sizes go, but there's ways to work around that. I mean, you're not wanting to put 8,000 gallon obviously in a van trailer. As far as water, I mean, water I think weighs about 8 pounds per gallon, and I know fertilizer, at least what we run for fertilizer, runs about 11 pounds per gallon, give or take, 11 to 12, 13 sometimes. So I mean, really, we don't have that thing loaded crazy when we have those tanks clear full. So you guys are going to be able to see that later on this winter. Like I said, I'm not sure when we're going to do this as far as building it, but as soon as we get done with this woods, like I'm saying Tuesday or Wednesday, give or take, we're going to be shopping for a van trailer real quick here and at least get that lined up. As far as what we're going to do with the old one, I don't know yet. We want to keep the suspension just because the Hendrickson suspension's really not. You're not sure what we're going to do with it. If we're going to get like a plasma cutter and cut that thing all up into pieces and then just scrap it and then keep the suspension. And I don't know. You know, we'll figure it out in the next couple weeks. There's a lot of things that have been going on here that we've been trying to get figured out. Basically ever since, basically about a month ago, a lot of projects have been going on behind the scenes that it's just really hectic and just trying to get squared away. So hopefully a few of those projects we can get squared away here in the next coming days. Hopefully by the end of this week I would like, but I doubt it. It'd probably finish up here in the next couple weeks. Need to get some Tiger Light LEDs for the excavator. Need 3 of them. 1 up there in the boom and 2 down there underneath the cab. Actually, the one underneath the cab, actually right now on the left side, doesn't work. So, yep, that is my plan here in the next week or so, week and a half. Get LED lights for that excavator. That way we can work longer in the evening.